Good morning. I'm so happy to be here with you. If you're watching live or recording, thanks for being with me. I'm Candace Mae with Candace Mae Training and Services, and Candace Mae is in. This is my Facebook Live on Monday mornings at 8 a.m. Pacific. Today, I wanted to talk to you about role models, mentors, and how to find important people in your life who can really speak into it. Is it something that you have currently in your life? Do you have a mentor or a role model? I know growing up, we would be asked in school, do you have a role model? I didn't have any role models. I suppose my mom was my role model. Um, as far as like movie stars and all of that, looking up to big people, celebrities, that wasn't my thing. I was more down to earth and really focused on life and being the best me that I could be. And I suppose only teachers or my mother was probably the best role model that I had. Um, but what about you? Do you have a role model or a mentor? Sometimes you find them in authors. Some of you are avid book readers. I have a neighbor who's always got a book. He walks his dog and he's always got a book in his hand. The other day I passed him and I said, what are you reading? He told me this book he was reading. He's read it 15 times. 15 times. Wow. Now, that's a really intriguing book. He said it's a great read, easy, and it must give him a lot of comfort having that 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 sense of knowing what's going to happen. Movies can sometimes be a source of knowledge to help you with mentoring or learning in your life, right? If you're not just watching action movies, but you're watching documentaries or something along those lines, I suppose those could speak into your life. And then, of course, we always have those professional conferences we go to that are very helpful, and they could be very industry specific for specific software that your company is running on, or it could be technology overall, going through all of the different types of technology available in the industry and things related to that. And at these conferences, they also have keynote speakers and breakout sessions for workshops. Those are great places where you can get someone to speak into your life. They may be a one-time event. Sometimes you get awesome keynote speakers, and those speakers could be motivational. They just get you excited in the moment and really lift your spirits and give you a boost when you go back to your office and your work and your home life. You've really got some excitement and momentum to put a bounce back in your step. And then there's those thought leaders. Maybe you go out to YouTube and you watch YouTube a lot and you find um, people who speak and share their knowledge on YouTube, and you glean a lot of information that way as a mentor. These are all wonderful ways. And some of you may have a coach or maybe a counselor, or who knows who you're using as someone who speaks into your life. In different areas of the world, these mentors and coaches are sometimes called senseis or gurus and lamas, maestro, tutor, guide. These are all different words that are used for someone who speaks into your life. It's important that we realize we don't know everything, right? When we don't know what we don't know. So when we can surround ourselves by people who do know more than us in a specific area, it really can help us accelerate where we're uh, at a faster pace. And we may have mentors or coaches who speak into our life in different areas. Uh, Not always one person speaks into every area of our life. Sometimes we have different areas that somebody speaks into and speaks. Maybe you have a pastor. Should have had a pastor on the list, right? Pastor speaks into your life spiritually and really, or a rabbi. There's all kinds of people in your life who may be speaking into your life. Just make sure that they're worthy examples for you that can be solid in character, because that's important. Who you learn from matters. Having that ethical and strong character is important. Um, if they're available and you have access to them, I mean, you may only have an opportunity to meet with them a couple times a year, and that's fine. but maybe you meet with them informally in between. Knowing the access you need and you have with them is important. Maybe you meet with them weekly. It depends on what your needs are and what kind of service they're providing for you. Make sure that they have the experience in the area that you want. You go to a pastor for spiritual guidance, but you may go to somebody in marketing for marketing advice, and that might not be your pastor. So everybody you go to somebody with an accounting background for financial guidance, right? So you pick someone with the experience in the area that you're looking for. And then you want somebody who's, established some experience and has some wisdom behind them. There's a great story that's told of a manufacturer. I worked in a distributor company, and we did have a manufacturing plant. And this is a great story, not one that I know, but it's one I heard of. And the manufacturer, the system breaks down, so we have maintenance come out to look. The maintenance company comes out to look and walks around the machine about 5 minutes, looking and checking a few things here and there, and then takes out a special little tool and taps one or two little places and leaves. Everything's back to normal and working. And then they send an invoice for $1,000. And the accounts payable says, "Hey, what is this? I'm not paying $1,000. You didn't do anything. What did you do? We want an itemized bill." So he sends the itemized bill, and he says $1 for tapping and $999 for knowing where to tap. Right? Because if you didn't know what was wrong, you couldn't fix it. Everything gets easier when you know what to do. Things seem so complicated, so difficult. I just don't even know where to begin sometimes. But yet, once you've done it and you know what you're doing, it's easy. It's just like breathing. And then when you develop the skill in a certain area that you haven't done before, suddenly you look back and you go, wow, it was so easy. I don't know why it was so hard. Because we don't know what we don't know. And that's why it's important that we have role models and mentors and coaches in our lives. They guide us and get us to where we need to be at an accelerated pace. But it's really important that you get along with your mentor. You find someone who really shows care and empathy and compassion for you. Because if you are getting knowledge without support, it's extremely sterile. And if you're getting advice without friendship, it's extremely cold. And if someone's sharing candor and they have no care, it's very harsh. But when someone helps you out of compassion and care, it's emotionally satisfying. You feel valued. So pick your mentor, pick your role models with care. And remember, it's important to build that somewhat of a friendship with your mentor or coach, and know that they don't see themselves as God's gift to man, but rather they see the people that they're mentoring as a gift to them. Because even though they're mentoring or coaching someone, they're learning and experiencing the other person and growing as a result as well. But what I wanted to share with you also is that there is a great opportunity just this Friday coming up. And there's also going to be another one in November, but this Friday, October 8th, there is the Live to Lead 4-hour conference from 8 to noon, maybe 12:30. So 4.5 hours, where John Maxwell will be speaking on stage. And it's normally a live event. And this year, because of COVID, it's going to be all virtual. So we'll have another showing in November. But John Maxwell does this annually every October. And he is a leadership guru around the world. And he speaks about leadership. He was talking about leadership in the mid-70s when people were still focusing on management. And there's a huge difference between management and leadership. And we're going to be talking about changing the world and what's happening and how you can make a difference. And it's going to be a great theme. Kat Cole, who's the president of Focus Brands, will be speaking. Steve Harvey, that Emmy award-winning entertainer, author, businessman, and philanthropist, he'll be speaking. Alan Mulally, he's the former CEO of Boeing Commercial Airlines and Ford Motor Company. And Greg Rochel, New York bestselling author and pastor of Life Church. This is a great opportunity to really get a boost in your day. And not just your day, but this will carry you for weeks and months to come. These people will speak into your life. These are exclusive, private speaking engagement that you will not find on YouTube. You will not find access to this particular material except for here at Live to Lead or through an executive director with the John Maxwell team or a host from the John Maxwell team with Live to Lead. So I invite you, if you'd like to grow together, send me a note. You can private message me. Send me a note and ask me about this event. And I'd be happy to share it with you. It's going to be very powerful. And there's some extra bonuses for it. But if you want to be able to build your life stronger and have motivation that will carry you through for weeks to come, you can share it with some friends. Let's have a conversation. In the meantime, have an awesome day. Pick some great role models. And if I can be one of them, I'd love to serve you. CandaceMae.com is my website. It's right here. All my contact information is there on my site. Reach out. I'd love to hear from you. Have a great day. God bless each of you.